Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalia Leigh. I'm an indie author and the managing editor at Enchanted Ink Publishing. And each year for the past 6 years, I have put out a workbook, a Preptober workbook, to help writers plan and prepare to write a new novel in November for NaNoWriMo. And I am here to announce that the 2022 Preptober workbook is available now. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of some of the pages in the workbook. I'm not going to show you the entire workbook because that would ruin some of the surprise and some of the fun, but I am going to do a little flip through, show you some of the pages that are in here. And I do want to mention that for anybody who got the 2021 Preptober workbook, where is it? I'm not sure I have it in here right now. For anybody who got last year's version, the content in the 2022 version is the same. The only things that were updated were the design elements, of course, and then I also updated the weekly planner pages in the front. So I also updated these weekly planner pages in the front to align with October this year with the days of the week. So in the planner section, in the beginning, you have one big notes box to jot down anything that you know that you need to do in October to prepare for NaNoWriMo in November. And then we have daily boxes as well, each week, every day through the end of October. So those are the two things that were updated. If, like me, you like to have a new workbook each year so that you have like book-specific workbooks, which is what I like, then of course you can pick up the 2022 version. So without further ado, we can go ahead and dive right into a little bit of a sneak peek at the workbook. And I'm also going to show you the difference between printing in like premium color ink versus printing in black and white. All right, so I wanted to go ahead and give you a little sneak peek at the 2022 Preptober workbook. I also have the 2021 Preptober workbook here. I ended up printing this year's workbook in black and white, and I want to show that to you. And then last year's I printed in premium color. So I want you to see kind of the difference depending on how you decide to print your workbook. I printed mine at UPS. All right, you can see that here on the left, I have the premium color version. And again, I got my workbooks printed at UPS, and this is absolutely beautiful. The colors turned out incredibly vibrant, really, really beautiful. And over here, I have just the regular black and white, and this did not turn out near as nice. I'll be honest with that. I don't know if their printer was having a bad day or if they were running low on ink, but you can see here that it really struggled with even just black. Like down here on the EIP logo, that black didn't turn out very well. So, hopefully your printer or wherever you decide to go and print your workbook will have a better day than this printer did, because this black did not turn out very well. But I wanted to show you this because the 2022 Preptober workbook has some really, really beautiful interior design work. We have so all of this, if you are to print in color, will be a beautiful, vibrant gold, a new Color Your Way to 50K page. These are all different floral elements. And then these beautiful pages will all come in like shades of gray and blue and beautiful gold. But I do want you to see that even if you decide to print in black and white, they still look nice. Like this would be in gold if you were to print it in color. But last year, when I printed this book in color, it was extremely expensive. So this year I wanted to go ahead and just print in black and gray, see how it would turn out, so that I could show you guys what it's gonna look like if you decide to print yours in black and gray. This year I put in some QR codes, so when I'm talking about relevant videos or links, you can easily just scan the QR code with your phone and it'll take you to the link I'm talking about, so you don't have to try to tediously type in a URL. All right, I hope you enjoyed that sneak peek of the 2022 Preptober Workbook. As always, this workbook is donation-based. If you would like to pick it up, you can go to my website, which will be linked down below. It's natalialeigh.com, and then up at the top, you'll see a link that says Preptober Workbook. Click there, you will receive a bit more information about the workbook, and there will also be information about how to donate for it, and that is all explained there. It's going to be quite a bit easier this year than it was in previous years. Starting last year, I began using a service that will send the workbook. I used to have to send every single workbook one by one, you know, type in your email, attach it, and send it out. But that was really, really time consuming. So I went ahead and I set up an account with a provider that once you send your donation, they will just handle the workbook file transfer for me. So you will be able to download it right away. This workbook is delivered as a PDF. So again, you will have to print it yourself. And in terms of binding, I got mine printed and bound at UPS. I really do like the binding that they do. This year, they usually do a plastic cover in the back. This year, they did more of like a cardstock back cover, which I really appreciate. That's really nice. So if you do want it bound, you could go to, you know, your local print shop, or like I said, I went to UPS, and they also put this really nice plastic cover on the front. So, you know, if you spill your, I know I have some coffee around here somewhere. Where did my coffee? There it is. So if you tend to drink coffee while you write, which I do, you won't have to be worried about spilling your coffee on your precious Preptober workbook. If you have any questions about the workbook, you can let me know in the comments down below, and I will get to those as soon as I can. Again, you can pick up this workbook on my website, natalialeigh.com. Go right up top to the Preptober Workbook link, and that page will explain everything else you need to know. Honestly, this workbook has so much fantastic content in here. I do wonder if I, you know, continue putting stuff in here, if it'll eventually just become filler, because there is just so much in here. Just taking a little look at the table of contents, we have pages like building your villain, side character profiles, developing your setting, choosing your POV and tense, basic story structure, a couple different outlining methods, information about a story or series Bible, a page for outlining your first chapter, getting inspired, writing rituals. Like, there is so much content in here. So if you have never picked up this workbook before, you are really, really in for a treat, because like I said, it has been 6 years now of developing this workbook and making sure that it's going to be helpful to people, especially new writers or first-time writers. You know, somebody who is just kind of getting their toes wet, or is actually about to plunge headfirst into writing an entire novel in NaNoWriMo. So definitely do not skip out on this for your NaNoWriMo survival kit if you are a first-time Nano participant. I am very excited for Nano this year. I do hope to participate. I have been struggling a little bit with digital eye strain, which I talked about in the most recent video on my lifestyle channel, which will be linked down below if you are interested in seeing the behind the scenes of my daily life. So hopefully I can get my eye pain and eye strain under control and be able to participate in NaNoWriMo this year, because I already know what I want to write. I have that paranormal romance trilogy that I've talked about on this channel, so please keep your fingers crossed for me, and let's hope that I am able to participate in Nano this year with all of you wonderful writers out there. Okay, that is all I have to say. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you back for NaNoWriMo. Fingers crossed. All right, I will see you in my next video. Bye!